哎，兽王，这位是兽王。
You are the ones who have come to challenge me.
那我的朋友贝斯提亚塔巴特似乎相信命运女神想要让你参加战斗。
What are Parkai?
某种意义上而言，他们就是命运本人。不过就个人而言，我并不相信。
There is nothing to believe. Fate is, or it is not. My lions and I are the champions of this arena. If it were up to me, I would gladly fight any challenger, no questions asked. But our mistress Mirasamun understands showmanship better than I.
那你跟梅里萨蒙是什么关系呢？
We are friends. I knew her husband before he died. She is a fine woman, wise with money and with people.
你是怎么训练你的狮子的？
In truth, lions are not really trained. You earn their respect. Teach them that no good comes from disobedience, and never forget that in truth, they are your masters.
你当角斗士多久了？
Not long compared to some. A little more than a decade. First, I was the keeper of the lions. Then I became their master. Then, I became the champion. If nothing else, you will see me in the arena one day.
Thank you for indulging my ideas, Roman. Your fights have earned more money for this arena than we normally make in half a year. You have earned the right to challenge the Beastmaster. Here he is.
I have been watching your fights with great interest. You are good. Is it true that one of you is a famous fighter of beasts?
I am. My name is Bestia Tabat. Your reputation reached me years ago when I was still fighting in the amphitheaters of Rome. When I earned my freedom, I thought that I would never face you. Yet fate has led me to you after all.
I've never been to Rome, but I'm glad that you have sought me out. When my lions kill you, I will know that there is no one in the world who can surpass me.
A battle to the death, then. Do you accept?
I accept your challenge. Mistress Mirasamun, if these Romans defeat me, please ensure that they get my helmet as part of their prize.
Hold on. Why change the rules now? Surely no one has to die to prove who is superior.
Look at these two, Kaizo. Do they strike you as reasonable men who will let themselves be talked down from challenge?
A fight to the death is different than a friendly match. You all know this.
那如果贝斯蒂亚想要至死方休，那就让他战斗吧。
There is no force of nature more
反正我已经
powerful
存
than
好档
the
了。
ego of a champion. I will make the arrangements. May the best man win.
哦，消灭兽王。如果只有这一些的话，我觉得倒是没有什么问题啦。先占领这边的高台，然后弓箭手游冠。OK。如果没有那个就是要博取好感度的设计的话，我觉得是还 OK 啦。你都是凯索，你站的位置好像有点太后面了。好。那弓箭手去占领高台。油罐有火把，所以没有问题。我有带火把，所以没有问题。那这一场战斗没有规定不能用自己的那个战术道具的话，那就无所谓吧。好，先用打断角度问题，很多地方都射不到，不过算了。这里角度 OK。剪头枪，好。对，他们都没有中脑，所以是母狮。位置不错，位置不错。站的位置真棒。哪里？ 这个包围的意思是什么？引诱所有人过去吗？但是，我要战术性移动。啊，被困住了。好吧，丢个铁蒺藜。然后，如果你们要来的话，那就来吧。不过如果只是要把它打倒的话，应该没有什么太大的问题吧？要破他的盾，应该说是装甲的话，其实我不太懂你站到正中间来被我围殴的理由是什么？不太懂。来说，迟钝，坚定不移。好吧，你赢了。加盾，加盾。好。哦，德亚尼拉被那个。该怎么说呢？好吧。战争号角。然后诅咒，其实我本来想靠刚刚的油罐来造成伤害，结果没成功，可恶！有石头可以造成伤害。好，中毒了，那他就倒了，没有问题。那不过铁蒺藜我丢在这边，然后前进一格挡一下。哦。结果差一点点没倒，好，拿2格。巨毒挥砍，然后2格的话标志打击，瞄准，妈！我不太懂对面专程过来被我围殴的理由是什么。总之打完了，你的感想呢？
I never thought I'd see the day when the Beastmaster would meet his end. He was a good man, you know, and a peerless fighter. Until today, at least. But we always knew it would end like this, of course. It is the only right end for a true champion.
听起来他的死对你打击很大，你们的关系很好吗？
We were dear friends. He was a friend of my husband's too before he died. It feels like another little part of my husband just left me. But I'm sorry. I don't mean to quiet the roar of your victory. I must be professional.
那我现在是你们竞技场的冠军了。
So you very much are. And a well-earned title too. Here, take his helmet. He wanted you to have it. If you ever wish to put on another fight here to defend your championship, please don't hesitate to visit me again. But please leave me for a moment. I need a little time. Welcome back, champion. I must say, the arena is a strange place to seek a respite from your war. But if you wish to hone your skills, I will be happy to arrange a match.
那托勒密或克里奥帕托拉来过你的竞技场吗？
Of course not. They have their own entertainment in Alexandria, I'm sure. It is probably for the best that we are beneath their notice. This civil war between them has caused so much unnecessary death and suffering. It would be better for everyone if Cleopatra would just resign herself to following the Pharaoh's command, like the rest of us.
那你和纳萨莫内的博波尔人有什么关联吗？
Some of their elders visit us on occasion. Udad and his wife Sekra are frequent guests, if you know them. The young elder called Warmaksan has even fought here once. A mighty warrior he is.
那我见过黄马山，确实是一位出色的战士。除了打算夜袭这一点之外，
His fight here drew a great crowd. I hope to host him again someday. Are you sure? Your fights always attract a large crowd. Do consider accepting another match soon.
那毕竟在这个角斗场决斗只能拿到钱，但是没有经验值。
There you are. Well done. I have just arrived myself. Let us enter.
One moment. We need a solid plan before we go in.
I'm pretty sure the Legatus has a plan.
那我需要一个言辞机敏的人。那新伊罗斯应该跟着我，免得我说错话。你们则去找我们要的那些账本。
If I may provide one piece of advice, do not seem too friendly with Cleopatra. She and Ptolemy are already at war. If they sense how close your alliance is, the Pharaoh may find it prudent to have her executed.
You should invent a reason for our absence, but let us refrain from starting a fight we can't win. The palace is full of guards.
好，进去吧。这边看起来不太像是会有东西可以捡，那就直接进。有门？这是门吗？哦，不过现在也不能互动，那就走吧。
May Serapis bless this meeting of peace.
Welcome to Alexandria. We've been expecting your arrival. I hope you will like the accommodations.
You dare address this Roman instead of your rightful queen?
你的傲慢只会起反作用，而且他们应该只是在等我。
Unlikely. Given that it was I who arranged this meeting. Even then, it's just rude to address a subordinate in the presence of a ruler.
我不是你的臣属。
We are in Egypt. It is my land. As long as we are here, everyone is my subordinate. You'd better remember that. Charmian!
哇！
You disrespect me at your own risk.
感谢你尊贵的牺牲，让我们得到了50点经验值。哦。
The Roman delegation has arrived. Inform the cooks.
要走哪一条路过去啊？这一边。
Welcome to Alexandria, honored Romans. May Ra's light shine upon you.
哦，正面吗？满满的椅子。
Do not wander off. You are in the palace of the most divine pharaoh of Egypt, and...
I'm going! Stop chasing me, by the goddess!
You're lucky the Pharaoh didn't have you executed, idiot girl.
Wow, rude! You want me to call down a curse of Ubasti upon you? Because I've just about had it with you people!
You can't curse me.
Try me, you'll see.
Just go home. The Pharaoh is expecting important guests.
那您好，我就是你们刚刚提到的重要客人。
Huh? Oh, well, good for you. I hope he's more interested in listening to you than me.
Your pharaoh is a blithering fool, my dear. You are a priestess of Ubasti, are you not? Tell me what troubles you.
It's a long story. Well, actually, I guess it's pretty short. He's throwing a festival of Serapis in Memphis. It's going to cause so much trouble. I waited here a month to get this audience and then... Oh, they were all counting on me back home, and I blew it.
只能说拉雅的配音员是目前在这个游戏里听到口音最特别的一位，应该不是说口音啦，是那个声线的部分。然后为什么这个节日是坏事？
We worship the old gods in Memphis. He's doing this against the people's will. It's disrespectful.
然后为什么你被赶出了王座室？
I may have lost my temper a little.
And yet your head is still attached to your shoulders. Perhaps my husband does retain some small measure of respect for the old gods.
你来这里1个月了，你对宫殿还熟悉吗？
I guess?
We're looking for a place where books and ledgers are kept. Do you know it?
The library? It's the building right over there.
我希望这个节日的问题可以迎刃而解。
Good luck in there. I'm going to go find a corner to cry in.
You are a mess, girl. I will sit with you.
All right. Thank you. Do you like cats?
哎呀，感觉这位姑娘，因为她背着武器，所以她应该也是能战斗的吧。然后他们就到这边的椅子上聊天了，一个背着盾牌。OK， 好吧，已经知道图书馆在这里了嘛。好，谢谢，谢谢这位姑娘你的配合。大殿。不至于要我走到最前面才能跟托勒密讲话吧
You are in the presence of Ptolemaeus Theos Philopator, he who rules over land and sea, this world and the other world, of the dead and of the living. He who is the face of the sun and the will of the Nile.
Hello, husband. You look particularly pathetic today.
It is always good to see you, honored wife.
It is customary to greet a foreign ruler with a bow.
不要乱说话，闭上你的嘴。
Watch your tone. You are surrounded.
Excuse Marcellus. He's sworn to protect me with his life and occasionally gets overexcited.
Yet again, you Romans prove to be an endless source of amusement.
Well, I think we are all sufficiently acquainted. So shall we begin?
Very well. There seems to be a lot of animosity between the different parties in this meeting. This kind of thing serves no one. Let us talk. I am sure we can reach a meaningful and satisfactory solution to our conflict.
那个不好意思，你在这里的身份让我有点困惑。鲁尔科，你到底是用什么身份来参加这次会议的
I am merely an advisor to His Majesty, here to protect Rome's trade routes.
你在亚历山大港好像有一整个军团，他们是站在埃及这一边的吗
Legion? I'm in nowhere, of course not. Marcellus and his men are here for my own protection. They are my Praetorian Guard.
你们是朋友吗
A living god does not have friends.
His Majesty understands us and our objectives in this region. It is natural that this brings us together.
那你知道我们为什么在这里吗
There seems to be a minor disagreement between a husband and his wife. You seem to be taking sides. Ill-advised, in my opinion, but I'm sure there's nothing I can do to dissuade you.
院子里发生了一场不幸的意外，一个卫兵丢了脑袋，我的人会处理好尸体的。
Markellos, take Hortensius and help them. But do as you're told.
But
this is inconvenient. We need to find those documents, but we can't do it with Loco's men hanging around.
They don't look formidable. I think we can kill both of them easily.
I'd be really happy if we could get rid of them without leaving behind more corpses. Kalida, you're good at talking to people. Invent a reason for at least 2 of us to leave. Or be less charming, maybe, so I can send you away to find those ledgers.
It is a shame Magistar was needed in the throne room.
这边总觉得很重要，我决定存个档。好，那要跟谁抬杠呢，才能得到这个机会呢？这一位。看来没什么好说的，只能直接去跟他抬杠吧。要处理这个尸体。
What a waste. Poor kid's only crime was coming to Egypt.
这可能就是不尊重埃及王后的后果吧。
May I ask what exactly happened here?
这个卫兵在女王面前向我们的军团长致意，女王很不高兴。
I did not realize these decadent Egyptians were so familiar with the concept of discipline.
The queen is an impressive woman.
她可不是一位普通的女王，她是埃及的灵魂。
She's the inbred daughter of an inbred father. And anyway, why should a Roman care about the soul of Egypt?
那至少她的父亲很有名，不像你。
Insolent whore! I should...
Julia Kalida, your manners leave a lot to be desired. Bestia, get her out of here. We'll have to deal with this insubordination later.
I take it you're the primus.
Indeed, I am. Allow me to explain what happened.
用贝斯提亚来教训卡利达，真是个好人选。
Now that the unpleasantries are out of the way, I assume we may finally discuss business.
那是不是得先吃点东西？
Excellent idea. We have plenty of food. The Nile provides. Bring food for our guests. Prepare a feast at once.
Despite possessing endless wisdom, His Majesty is not used to dealing with Romans, especially not those with no position in the Senate. Let us slow down and clear some things up first.
I've traveled all this way so I can talk to my husband. I have absolutely no intention of watching 2 arrogant Romans exchange thinly veiled insults.
罗尔科，你到底是以什么身份来这里的？
An advisory role to His Majesty, primarily protecting Roman interests.
那所以你在劝一个外国的摄政王，以把罗马的利益最大化为出发点，而牺牲他自己的国家。
One's profit doesn't always cause the other's loss. The best business arrangements are reached when both parties benefit.
我不明白的一点是你为什么要谋杀卢布鲁斯，是不是有点太冒险了？不过这句话就算问了他，应该也不会承认啊。
The proconsul's death is a tragedy. We all mourn his loss. In times like this, it is natural to see enemies everywhere. Beware, however, that some people may interpret your words as accusations. It is unwise to speak of a crime of this magnitude without deeply convincing evidence.
不过说实在话，在罗马用物理方式解决政敌的方式是蛮常见的手段吧。好，那好吧，那你告诉我谁杀了他？
I haven't the faintest idea. Whoever arranged his murder must be very foolish indeed. Rome can be a valuable ally, but its wrath is terrifying.
Most people who are murdered simply deserve death. Perhaps this Lucullus wronged someone terribly.
Wise words, Your Majesty.
那你知不知道我们现在正在跟埃及交战？这说明你已经跟敌人同流合污了。
Enemy is such a strong word. Egypt is a loyal ally of Rome, currently experiencing some civil disorder. Diplomatic channels remain open, as you can see.
好，那我们开始吧。
A peace treaty? Are we at war?
一位罗马总督被埃及人谋杀了，就算我们现在没开战，但也不远了。
In my experience, soldiers often die. Your proconsul should have been careful. We do understand your anguish, but starting a war would be a bit of an overreaction.
我不这么认为，我们无论如何都要开战的，而战争的成本很高。我相信你能尽快解决这件事情。
Perhaps. Let us first hear what you have to say.
Will you continue gossiping like old fishwives, or will we get to discuss terms finally?
然后这边另外一边
We could surely use the wisdom of Caeso and Cineros right now. I have no idea what we should do. And if you leave it to me, I'll probably burn the place down. Lead on, Khalida. This is your domain.
You had better not be planning what I think.
那总之先出个档。那图书馆是刚刚过去的右边。这边有一个锤子。
This hammer is not big enough to break down the door.
有绳子。好，看到这个锤子我就懂这个地方是要干什么。有锤子。有绳子。
It smells like tar. Are you looking for things to start a fire?
我觉得有几种方法，就是引开别人的注意，然后趁乱进去，或者是直接进去不被他人发现吗？再看一下有没有其他的道具。如果没有的话，大致上就这样了吧，我猜。好，有绳子应该就可以了啦。
I have an idea, Khalida. Would you let me try?
那使劲想，我是没主意的。
Hand me the things you found. I may be able to use them.
我希望你最后做到的事情不是把亚历山大的图书馆烧掉。
There's a crack in the wall. I might be able to squeeze through without all these people watching. But there's no telling what's on the other side. Maybe we can exploit this some other way.
有一条缝可以钻过去，但是不知道对面是什么地方。呵呵呵呵呵呵，好麻烦啊这里。这个是木板吗
This is unacceptable. I need access to the library so I can...
So he finally granted an order.
Under no circumstances may the accountant be disturbed.
He did. I doubt she'll leave that throne
I
room
have a
alive.
duty to continue the chronicle.
快，做点东西。这个，这个桌子是拿来当工具的吗？拿来当工作桌的吗？
What are you doing? You can't go around smashing things. You're attracting attention.
I need the wood. You will see.
你打算生火吗？不会吧？真的假的？没有别的方法了吗？再确认一次。
What are you doing, you madman? We're here to find evidence, not burn it.
那我不是说要烧了整座宫殿，我只是烧图书馆，这样他们会先去抢救重要的文件。
Wait. Huh. Good thinking.
Help! I think there's a fire.
这玩法真新颖。
So you want a permanent solution to our disagreement? Intriguing, we must admit. Let us hear your proposal.
My proposal is quite simple, darling. You shall cease your attack, and I shall assume my rightful place on the throne.
Ridiculous, as always. And when you sit on this throne, what should we do? We wonder.
那统治别的地方，我听说西南离家每年这个时候都很迷人。
I like this idea. It's creative and sufficiently humiliating for you. You shall rule Kyrenaika just like your grandfather, Fiskon.
We are not amused anymore. Your jesting is tedious and insulting.
那我现在觉得整个情况实在是太讽刺了。
Irony is the rhetorical tool of simpletons.
You're doing well, Domine. I don't believe they suspect the nature of your alliance.
Well, I believe the best course here would be to arrange some sort of co-rule, granting both parties equal power.
Equal?
Indeed. That way, everyone's happy, and Rome continues to benefit from our trade deal.
这个主意听起来不错啊。
Have you lost your mind? This is a terrible idea.
We have questioned the witnesses in the garden. The guard was killed by one of the Queen's servants.
That is fantastic, Marcellus. But if you're here, where's the rest of our visiting party?
They are relaxing outside. I thought.
You thought? Why do you keep trying to do things you're not good at? Why did you leave a potentially dangerous group of people free to roam these halls?
With all due respect, Senator, you are overreacting. There are royal guards posted all around. It's not like they will set the palace on fire.
嘿，这位是谁啊？克劳迪乌斯·特兰奎护斯。继续说个档，总觉得这个情况很有趣。我如果之后有兴趣的话，我再回来看一下。
That was a close call. I hope the library will be all right.
那会没事的，只是脚手架边上的一点小火而已。
A small fire? Of course, no one cares about my library. This kind of thing never happens in the great library of Alexandria. Oh, sorry, I was just talking to myself. Who are you again?
那你先说。
I work for the Senate of Rome. I don't think you'll understand what I do. I keep track of the numbers for the Egyptian trade.
你不是在为元老院办事，你是在为鲁尔科做事。
That's not correct. We both work for the Senate.
那我需要你的帮助。
My name is Claudius Tranquillus. You need accounting?
那我有理由相信维特里乌斯·鲁尔科正在挪用埃及贸易的资金来雇佣一群私人间谍和刺客。
Do you have proof?
那证据充分，但还不足以公开指控他，所以才需要你的帮助。
I just handled the numbers. When I realized what was going on, the Pharaoh said he would have me executed.
他说，如果你告诉别人，你也会被惩罚，是吗？
He could not have done all those bad things without my work.
如果你只负责记账，那你为什么会在这里？为什么不待在罗马？
The Pharaoh insisted I come here. The senator was very upset about it.
那我找的不是你，而是账本。那我们就可以一起扳倒鲁尔科，我也能保证你能得到自由。
There are no ledgers. I never write anything down. I keep all the numbers in my head.
那我们发现的酬薪账簿是谁写的？还用了我见过最复杂的密码。
I did write that. It was for someone else, for the man who leads Wixie. He wanted a list, so I made it as hard to read as I could.
那使徒的领袖叫什么名字？
I was never told. I don't think anyone knows, even in Wixie. We just know him as the Great Shadow.
Shadow. 那你对第17军团了解多少？
They are thugs and scoundrels. I don't know what the senator uses them for, but I know that there are currently 1,298 people getting paid out of those funds set aside for Wixie. Funds that were meant to be paid as tax to Rome.
你觉得是鲁尔科找人来谋杀的卢库卢斯了吗？
The proconsul's death brought a lot of attention to what we're doing here. I think it was the Pharaoh.
那既然你就是账本，那我们必须把你带出去了。
I really wish I could, believe me, but they will kill us both if we try to leave.
如果我能保证你的安全，你愿不愿意在元老院作证？
I will do whatever you want. I never meant to do anything wrong.
好，那等我们突袭亚历山大港的时候，你就躲在图书馆里，我们会找到你的。
Thank you.
找到账本的，括号人。
Your Majesty, there's a fire in the library.
Well, Do you want me to douse it?
Of course not. I just wanted to... It's...
Leave us, Lokagos, and do not come back until the fire is doused.
I certainly hope this has nothing to do with Bestia Tabat.
Evidently, the place is falling apart under your incompetent rule.
我们是来谈判，不是来互相羞辱的。
What's your end game here, Legate?
那血已经流得够多了，我希望达成一个和平的方案。
Not a single drop was shed before you appeared. We could have found a better solution to all of this.
那我的建议依然有效，投降吧，我保证你会得到公正的审判。
I should surrender. For what crime? You started this war on the pretense that Egypt was behind the murder of our proconsul. Remember?
Your Majesty, the fire is spreading. We need to get you to safety.
Is this your doing, Roman? Seize them!
Your Majesty, if I may. We promised these people safe passage. I cannot allow the death of another Roman on foreign soil.
Very well. The next time we meet, it will be on the field of battle. You will regret making an enemy of me, Roman!
That was an interesting experience.
那朱比特在上，你到底在这里干了什么？
Bestia had the ingenious idea to burn down the palace.
那你们得到了重要消息吗？
We found the man who keeps records for Vitellius Loco, Claudius Tranquillus. Unfortunately, he keeps them purely in his head.
He believes Ptolemy was behind Lucullus's death, so that's no use to us.
Although it does mean our casus belli was sound, which is a great relief. Additionally, he confirmed that Loco is stealing tax money from Rome, and he is willing to testify before the Senate.
那我们下一步的计划呢？
It seems we need to find a way to extract Tranquillus. That may mean invading Alexandria and capturing this palace, though.
幸运的是，这本来就是我们计划中的一部分。
I am glad that I was able to help you in this matter. But I refuse to spend another moment in this palace until I am its mistress. Come, we must leave.
来自孟菲斯的消息，一个骑马的埃及信使拿着一封巴斯特女祭司的信，在路上追上了你。这封信用罗马字体写得整整齐齐，但语气却奇怪的不拘小节。
Esteemed leader of Romans, it is not my place to send for you, but I will not let propriety stand in the way of what needs to be done. The matter I contact you about should be of great interest to you. Our great immortal pharaoh has organized a festival in Memphis to rally support. He intends to legitimize his rule by the approval of Serapis himself. The old temples are restless. If you fail to act, there is no doubt this will be perceived as a victory for the pharaoh, and thousands may enlist to his defense. Equally, this presents an opportunity for you. Foil his plans, and the pharaoh will be exposed as an ineffective leader who does not have the favor of even his own dynasty's gods. Please meet me in my temple in Memphis as soon as you are able, and I will tell you of my idea. You will not regret it. May Ubasti favor you with a multitude of lives. Raia.
这位女孩子是真的很有趣啊！不过要到孟菲斯去哦。好哦。那反正路上看起来好像有东西可以捡，我就过去一趟。
Hey there, lover boy.
那有纳萨莫内站在我们这边，我们就更加强大了。
I don't think Nazamones is on our side. I'd watch out for Lunya. She turned out to be unusually helpful. This kind of help usually comes with a price. Let's make sure it's one we'll be willing to pay.
谈判没有完全按照我们的计划进行。
It is the nature of things. The gods rarely give you what you want, but occasionally they might give you what you need. Let us not waste this opportunity.
I am ready to go when it is time.
那我们已经杀了兽王，你满意了吗？
Of course I am. Although, somehow I'd hoped for more. In the end, he was just a man, like any other.
我们已经征服了纳萨莫内，是时候向埃及进军了。
It will not be easy. I have fought Egyptian gladiators in the past. They can be ruthless and cunning. Their people are not fractured into tribes like those of Nesamenes. To defeat them, we must first divide them.
克利奥帕托拉是个有用的盟友。
She is a foolish woman. Or maybe she's an incredibly brave woman. The difference is often difficult to see. One thing is for sure, though. She is dangerous. Be careful around her.
再来。
All is well.
那我们拿下了纳萨莫内，一支博博尔军团正在由我指挥。
2 legions, huh? You are moving up in the world. Will make some people back in Rome very unhappy, I'm sure. Still, you think 2 legions is match for Egypt?
人力跟装备只能帮你这么多了。那现在领导力和战略将决定战争的走向。
If that is the case, Egyptian pharaoh should be shaking in his sandals.
那我放过的那些叛徒，你觉得我做错了吗？
There was no wrong or right answer, but that is usually the case in life. You chose mercy, and I respect that a great deal. It comes with risk, but so does everything we do.
我们在亚历山大港做得不错。
We did. You got what you needed, and I made a new friend.
拉雅，我从没想过你们两个会合得来。
She is too much in big doses, but fun a little at a time. I'm glad we met her.
Domine.
那随着阿非利加士兵的加入，我们的队伍在日渐壮大。
I think creating a new legion from African troops was the correct strategic decision. However, you should start considering the political implications.
没错，我的对手可以在罗马利用这一点来对付我。
The legionary themselves will not cause problems. The need for foreign legion will be strongly contested, and the way you have created it. We should be ready to defend this move in the Senate.
如果我们可以带走那个副官
He could indeed prove to be the witness we need. That being said, I am a little uneasy about this plan.
很冒险，但是风险会带来回报。
Yet sometimes risk brings ruin. Let us hope this will not be one of those times.
再来开锁。
How can I help you?
我们再次占领了纳萨莫内，现在我们和埃及之间没有任何阻碍了。
Except the armies of a pharaoh. You may play the fool, but I wouldn't underestimate a man who rules such an ancient and powerful nation. Egyptians have a strong sense of loyalty to their leader. Many armies tried to conquer Alexandria and failed. Let us not add another one to that list.
使徒这整件事情似乎让你感到特别困惑。
I thought our legion was beyond such failures of virtue. Undefeated and incorruptible. But I was wrong. We're aware of the threat now, at least. We'll make sure this weakness never takes root again.
其他不好说，但你不会想知道未来的罗马是如何在军人的淫威下，扩张跟存活的。那事实证明，我们选择相信克利奥帕特拉是正确的，不是吗？
I always thought so. She's a strong woman who naturally inspires loyalty. I believe she will remain a loyal ally to Rome when we return her to the throne.
应该说，克利奥帕托拉会正确的认知到，罗马是一个他没办法应付的威胁，而选择顺从。
It's all Cleopatra's fault.
好多猫啊！不愧是巴斯特的神殿。
You came.
那我希望这次能不虚此行。
You're in the temple of Obaste, and I am her priestess. If you're not nice to me, I will bestow you with a curse, and ornery tomcats will piss in your bed every night forever.
这座神庙有多老了？
Forever? It is forever old. It's always been here.
那一开始它是怎么来的？
A lioness came here once, burning with wrath. She was cooled by the waters of the Nile, transformed into a gentle cat, and settled in the temple.
那你是真的喜欢猫，对吧？
The cat is a holy creature. They live between the realms of the living and dead. To be a friend to cats is the greatest blessing imaginable.
下面这句话你也太糟糕了。那中间这句话，猫很聪明也很优雅，也或许你说的没错。
May your grain store be home to many cats.
所以你叫我来所谓何事？
I know I overstepped my bounds in doing so. We only met very briefly, but I think a collaboration would benefit us both. As I wrote, the Pharaoh is arranging a festival of Serapis in Memphis. Serapis is a new god, more Greek than Egyptian. If you sabotage his festival, that will show everyone that he does not have the favor of the gods.
那克利奥帕特拉派代表了传统和老派，这么做应该可以完美体现他们之间的差异。
That's exactly what I was thinking. If we can convince the priesthood of Sobek to join with us, those who remain faithful to the old gods can spread dissent throughout the festival. Then we are just in need of a few violent men to start a riot. Naturally, I thought of you.
真是受宠若惊啊！这句话是讽刺。
Does that mean you'll do it?
And have you cared to run this plan of yours past any of your sisters, Raia?
I am sorry, Tenor. I didn't mean to presume.
You speak of having to convince the priests of Sobek. Well, you have yet to convince the priestesses of Ubasti. Perhaps it would be wise to start there.
好吧，我现在已经明白是怎么一回事了。那我要怎么做才能赢得你们的信任呢？
Help me save the lions from the arena.
That would certainly be a strong showing of good faith.
那如果我们这么做了，你能不能发誓会参加拉雅的计划？
I swear on the goddess.
那你们说的是真的狮子吗？虽然我已经杀了很多只了，糟糕。
Indeed. The owners of the arena stage shows where the condemned are thrown to the lions. But lions should not be kept in captivity.
It is an affront to the goddess. We have appealed to them many times, but they are greedy and cruel.
Help me confront the hunters and release the lions they have captured. Then my sisters will know that you are a servant of Ubasti.
好吧，去救狮子吧。
Really? Oh, I could hug you right now.
可以啊。
That was easier than I expected. I will wait here. Return when you have proven your good faith, Romans.
I'll go get ready. Meet me at the hunter's compound.
那这位阿嬷。
I mean you no disrespect. It was rash of Raia to invite you here without consulting me. To go through with her plan will require us to put much faith in you.
那好吧，我会尽可能赢得你们的信赖。
We are much obliged. The arena and their abuse of such proud and noble animals has been a sore spot for us for many years. This is not a mere test. You are doing us a great service. Is there anything you would like to ask?
拉雅看起来很激情。
That she is. She came to us when she was a small girl. She was orphaned by some terrible tragedy that she has never been able to speak of. And she wandered the desert for many weeks. Then one day, she just showed up on our doorstep and made herself at home. She said she followed the cats to us.
这完全就像是猫会做的事情。
Does it not? I knew at once she belongs with us.
你们的祭司都是女性吗？
Of course. Cats and women share a special connection. Only women are meant to serve the goddess.
孟菲斯还在崇拜巴斯特的人多吗？
Fewer every year. It has been a long time since we were able to throw a proper festival in her honor. But there are still some who pay tribute to the old gods. Enough that we can keep the temple beautiful for her.
然后我在想啊，我终于懂了，那些栅栏。没有那个，因为任务的指向这个方向，所以我一看就知道了。